thank you, Deepak, and thank you for inviting me for this Worldline Rise India chapter, where the theme of driving growth through innovation in payments is at the center of the discussion of today. I like to remember all of you that innovation is at the heart of Worldline since the very beginning of the company, born in an IT company, born in the development of new applications for the new world. And we strongly believe in Worldline that it is very important to continue to invent and transform this dynamic payment landscape. A few years back, we were used to pay on payment terminals, and it was the only way to do electronic payments. These days, we pay on PCs, we pay on mobile, we pay on televisions, and payment has become electronic payment has become a part of the society. Whether a product or a process, big or small, we like to continue to innovate and create new ideas to get to the next level of development of this industry. Our definition of success is not just to innovate in a lab, but make sure that we create ideas that can go live in all the markets where Worldline operates. And I'm sure that you all know that today Worldline is one of the largest payment companies in the world. So any tangible improvement that we can bring to the market has immediate impact on millions, hundreds of millions of customers, merchants, but also the people paying every day in stores or online. When you look at Worldline today, Worldline, as I said before, has become a very large player in multiple markets. Very strong in Europe, born in Europe, but also very strong in India, number one in India. And we keep growing the company, we keep entering new markets. And this has been made very visible in the last years, also through a number of recent acquisitions. We entered Greece recently with the acquisition of a company called Cardlinked. We increased our presence in Italy, in the north of Europe with the Handelsbanken partnership, but also in Australia, where we struck an acquiring alliance with ANZ Bank, giving to Worldline an even more important place in the southeast part of the world, but also, of course, in many other geographies, including LATAM and North America. So Worldline India today is for us, one of the most important entities of Worldline. It is a key market. It is a place where we've been, from the beginning, stimulate the growth of electronic payments in partnership with banks, but also in partnership with a lot of players that have invented and created some solutions for this market. With the Ingenico integration, of course, we became even bigger than before. And in India, we added to the very strong position of Worldline also a strong e-commerce payment system. So today, Worldline India is not only an emerging partner for new payment methods, but also one of the most important strategic arm of Worldline through what we call Worldline Global Services, which is an entity that is supporting Worldline all over the world to develop, test, and maintain some of the products that we deploy in many geographies. When you look at the payment trends and what is driving the developments of Worldline, I think, first of all, we should talk about what we describe as payment as a service. This is an important way for us to support small, mid-tier, but also large bank institutions that have had the habit to develop everything by themselves, but start to think that it is better to play with a partner that can bring technology and payment infrastructure that is at the right scale to stay competitive. Payment was a little bit boring 20 years ago, but these days it has become one of the most interesting developments for fintechs. And of course, when you start a fintech, you go immediately to a niche of the market. And it's getting very complicated for the historical player to maintain speed and development in those new technologies. And this is where Worldline really likes to play. It is not only to develop technologies and bring these technologies direct to market, but also to help partners and customers, bank customers, to go faster and to maintain their position in this market. A few examples of things which we have done recently, which may look like, new things and maybe not things that you can scale immediately. But as a good example, crypto payments. We introduced crypto payments for the first time in one of the most luxury hotels in the world, which is, by the way, located in Switzerland, and where we decided together with the hotel to offer the opportunity to customers to pay with Bitcoins. Of course, paying with Bitcoins means that, as an hotel, you don't want to receive Bitcoins. You want to be paid in the local currency. So what Worldline has done is that it joined forces with a company that is able to clear Bitcoins in real time. So basically, from a consumer point of view, he pays with Bitcoins. From a merchant point of view, he receives this local currency. And we clear immediately, instantly, with the rate that is applicable at the minute, at the second of the day. So, as you know, crypto payments have variations that are, needs to be managed. So it's a real-time clearing of Bitcoins to pay effectively our merchants in the currency they like. And we see that as a way to implement new payment methods in an easy way for our merchants, but also in partnerships, of course, with some of the fintechs that are able to bring those new currencies in the market at the right speed. Another example of that is basically offering data analytics to our customers. Again, not only to the banks, because of course we're working a lot with banks. We have to deliver to these banks a lot of data analytics, but also to merchants who want more and more to get insights into who is coming to my store, how much these people are spending in my store, how can I make these customers coming back to my stores. And data-driven offerings means also sometimes, I can give you an example, that we analyzed which cards, not consumers, because of course for data protection, we don't want to talk about who is coming into a store, but what card is showing in a store. And after that transactions, when is this card going next? And how can we motivate a customer that has gone to a furniture stores to go to a restaurant just after, because we know that statistically these customers will go next to a restaurant after having been in this shop. And how can we motivate these two parties to work with each other so that they can stimulate the business on the two sides? So data analytics is there to create more business opportunities, and of course it is something that is customer driven. So we have to adapt also to the specific needs of the customers. The last important thing that I would like to communicate is that Worldline is very, very engaged in sustainability and making sure that as a company we become greener and greener. And we are very proud to see that most of our data centers today are running on green energy. But of course, it's not only about the data centers, and we like also to help our customers understanding the impact they have potentially on the ecology of the market. And with a company like Equality, we are trying to help our customers to provide sustainable solutions to their consumers and making sure that they understand how much CO2 exhaust they have, as an example, by doing business on a day-to-day basis. And so this is a way also for us to implement green, not only at our side, but also to our merchant side and financial partner side. The thing I would like to highlight today are the focus areas for Worldline. All over the world, where are we going? What are we driving in the innovation world? Number one, we really have decided to stimulate the development of the Android terminals. Why? Because we strongly believe that payment is something that needs to be embedded into more added value applications. Added value applications that are unique to our customers, that are generic to some payment schemes. We see a world of new opportunities to create a less boring interface then read card, enter PIN, and payment approved. So the limit will be the creativity of our customers and of course of our teams, but we think that Android is a way to open the payment market to a more customized world. The second one is what we try to do is to verticalize our offering, meaning that more and more we look at the business of our customers and we try to help them building their business to the next level by delivering vertical specific solutions and integrate our payment solutions into systems that are best in class services. I can give you an example in the hospitality world, in the hotel world as an example. You know that you have more and more needs in the restaurants or in the room to provide added value services. Like, self-checkout in the room is, of course, something that hotels would like to stimulate to avoid, queues at the exit of the hotel. But, of course, also another example to replace the menus in the room. These paper menus that you find in rooms, why don't we make it electronically? Why don't we make the order processing completely electronically? Of course, this is, an hotel solutions. And after that, you can think about what can we do for a bakery, for a food retailer, for a distribution company that is distributing chemical products. So verticalization is really a way for us to increase the value by integrating deeply with the business application of our customer. Omnichannel is, of course, one of the new things that we have started to implement in most of our platforms because customers like to see all their transactions, mobile transactions, e-com transactions, POS transactions into a single interface. Of course, many of the transactions today start on the web and finish in the store, or start in the store and finish on the mobile devices. So we need, of course, to interconnect and make sure that all the platforms that we operate can give this seamless integration to our customers. The last area of development is, of course, what we call the geographical expansion. I give you an example. We have plenty of customers that have consumers in other countries than their native countries. And of course, they want to serve these customers in the best possible way. The best possible way means not only to support the international schemes, which has been the habit in this market, that, by using the international schemes like Visa, MasterCard, American Express, you can basically, do business in almost every country in the world. But of course, this is a cost impact that is much different than if you can run on the local rates. And to give an example, in India, of course, you have the RuPay scheme. If we can offer to all our customers out of India the capacity to take RuPay payment from Indian consumers when they do business all over the world, of course, this will have a positive impact on our customers. And so the expansion of these corridors, because I don't mean we are just landing in the country, we mean we are supporting all the different payment methods, being the local schemes, but also the local mobile schemes that starts to explode all over the world. We think we can help our customers to scale and optimize their payment flows. And this can help not only the big retailers, but also more and more the smaller retailers who are trying to extend their business in new geographies in an easy way to do business. If you look now at other examples that we are trying to develop in the verticalization, is of course also what we call the subscription payments. Subscription payments means that more and more customers like to have a subscription systems to collect on a regular basis businesses from their customers. And in subscription, you need to manage the life cycle of the transactions. You need, of course, to make sure that the subscriptions are renewed on time and that any hurdle that you can have in the payment flows, you can manage. And this is not only important for the traditional retailers, but what we see is that governments, financial institutions, schools, universities are more and more attracted by those solutions that ease the flows and the management of the flows over a long period of time. So my closing note for today will be to say, look at Worldline as a partner that likes to take innovation to the next level. Of course, innovation that are not used in volumes are not so much interesting, but to reach the volumes, of course, we need partnerships, we need people that share our visions, that share our drive for bringing the payment systems to the next level. And I hope you will enjoy the next presentations. And thank you for business that you do with us. Thank you for listening at what Worldline can bring to your business and to facilitate your development. And I'm now passing the floor to the next speaker. Thank you so much.